Is motivation really enough, or is there something stronger? What separates people who succeed from those who quit? In the eye of life's most violent emotional storms, there is one place that remains untouchable: your own mind. What if true freedom isn't about escaping the chaos?
Step 1. Mindset classification. At the mindset level, this is where the real difference. Motivation is emotional. Shows up when you feel inspired, excited, energized. But when you feel tired, stressed, unmotivated, motivation disappears. Discipline, on the other hand, is a choice. It doesn't depend on how you feel. Even when you don't feel like it, you're low on energy, you'd rather avoid the task, you still do it because you decided to. Why is discipline more powerful? Because feelings are unstable, but decisions are stable. Feelings change daily. Decisions stay consistent when you commit. If you rely on motivation, your progress becomes inconsistent. If you rely on discipline, your progress becomes steady even without motivation. Deeper insight. The line. You don't wait to feel ready, you decide to act. You don't wait for the perfect mood. You take action first. Action comes before emotion. And often, motivation shows up after you start. Real-life example. Let's say you don't feel like working out. Motivation mindset. I'm not motivated. I'll do it tomorrow. Discipline mindset. I don't feel like it, but I'll do it anyway. After a few minutes, your energy builds. Your mood improves. That's the power of acting without waiting. Step 2. Behavior classification. When it comes to behavior, the difference is simple. Motivation helps you start. Discipline helps you continue. Motivation gives you that sudden burst of energy. You feel excited, you take action, you go all in. At first, but after a few days, the excitement fades, the effort drops, you stop. That's why motivation creates inconsistent action. Discipline, on the other hand, is about repetition, even when it feels boring. Progress is slow. You don't feel like doing it, you still show up. That's why discipline creates consistent habits. Why does discipline win in behavior? Because results don't come from intensity, they come from consistency. Motivation equals high effort, short duration. Discipline equals steady effort, long duration. If you rely on motivation, you'll have strong starts, but weak endings. But if you rely on discipline, you'll have steady progress and real results. Deeper insight. Motivation starts. Discipline continues. Anyone can begin when it feels good. Very few continue when it feels hard. Success belongs to those who keep going. Let's say you want to study or work on a goal. Motivation-based behavior. I feel inspired today, I'll do 5 hours. The next day, nothing. Discipline-based behavior. I'll do 1 to 2 hours every day no matter what. After weeks, real progress. Motivation gets you moving. Discipline keeps you going. And in the end, consistency always beats intensity. Step 3. Time-based classification. Motivation equals temporary. Discipline equals long-lasting. When you look at it through time, the difference becomes clear. Motivation is short-term. It comes and goes. You feel motivated when you watch something inspiring, you feel excited about a new goal. Everything feels fresh and new, but after some time, the excitement fades, reality kicks in, things get harder and motivation disappears. Discipline, on the other hand, is built for the long term. It doesn't rely on excitement. It relies on commitment, even when things become repetitive, progress feels slow. You don't feel motivated anymore, discipline keeps you going. Motivation fades, discipline stays. Motivation is just the beginning. Discipline is what carries you through. Long-term success is not emotional, it's intentional. What you do repeatedly over time matters more than how you feel in the moment. Real-life example. Let's say you start a new goal. Week 1, you're motivated, excited, consistent. Week 3, you're tired, bored, distracted. Motivation mindset. I don't feel it anymore. I'll stop. Discipline mindset. I don't feel it, but I'll continue. After months, the disciplined person sees real results. Short-term feelings don't create long-term success. Long-term consistency does. Step for emotional control classification. Discipline over motivation. Motivation equals controlled by emotions. Discipline equals controls emotions. At the emotional level, this is the real battle. Motivation follows your feelings. If you feel good gives you act. If you don't feel good gives you stop. So your actions become dependent on your mood, your energy, your emotions. That's why motivation is unreliable, because emotions constantly change. Discipline, on the other hand, flips the system. It doesn't follow emotions, it controls them through action. Even when you feel lazy, tired, unmotivated, you still act. And something powerful happens. Your mood improves, your focus returns, your emotions adjust. Feelings don't control you, discipline does. Means you are not a slave to your emotions. You don't wait for the right feeling. You act first, then your feelings follow. Action leads. Emotions follow. Why this matters? If emotions control you, your life becomes inconsistent. If you control your actions, your emotions become manageable. Because feelings are temporary, but actions create direction. Let's say you don't feel like working. Motivation-based, I'm not in the mood. I'll do it later. Discipline-based, I'm not in the mood, but I'll start anyway. Your mind becomes focused. Your resistance fades. Your emotions didn't lead, you did. You don't need to feel good to take action. You need to take action to start feeling better. Don't let your emotions control your actions. Control your actions and your emotions will follow. Step 5. Success Outcome Classification. Motivation equals unreliable results. Discipline equals predictable success. When it comes to results, the difference is very clear. Motivation is unpredictable. It depends on how you feel in the moment. One day, you're highly motivated. You work hard. You push yourself. Next day, motivation is gone. Effort drops. Nothing happens. That's why motivation creates inconsistent results. Discipline, on the other hand, is predictable. It removes emotion from the process and replaces it with routine. Even when you don't feel like it, you're tired, you're distracted, you still show up and do the work. Over time, this creates consistency, improvement, real progress. Success doesn't come from hype, it comes from habits. Hype is temporary excitement. Habits are repeated actions. Results are built through repetition, not emotion. Success is not what you do once with high energy. Success is what you do repeatedly with discipline. Why discipline wins? If you rely on motivation, your results will rise and fall. If you rely on discipline, your results will grow steadily over time. Because motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Real life example. Two people start the same goal. Person A, motivation-based. Works hard for a few days, then stops when motivation fades. Person B, discipline-based. Works consistently even on low-energy days. After months, Person B achieves real success, while Person A starts over again and again. Motivation creates moments. Discipline creates results. And success is not built in moments, it's built in habits.